Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half acre homestead, and I'm really grateful that I am taking every other day off right now. And you know me, folks, when I take a day off, I'm not really taking a day off. I still have Gracie I have to look after, and a million and one other things that happen on a daily basis: laundry, dishes, cooking. Those things, just don't go away just because I decide to take the day off. But I am recovering really well. I mean, if you look at me, yes, I look tired. No, I'm not stoned. I don't smoke or use my medical marijuana during the day. But I do in the morning and at night. Sometimes Papa and I watch TV. We don't watch a lot of TV. We watch usually Netflix or occasionally a pay-per-view movie. The only thing I actually really get excited about watching on TV is Steve Harvey and Family Feud. I love Steve Harvey. Got to be one of the hardest working men in show business. And because I hate commercials, especially the prescription drug commercials with the potential side effects that are worse than the ailment you're trying to heal. But one of the things that's really insidious is this DNA ancestry and 23andMe and all these things. I mean, it's insidious because I've actually considered it. And the thing, my problem with these DNA kits is you are willingly giving somebody else the entire map makeup of your DNA. You're not only giving it to them, you're paying them to take it. You think about that. Oh, because I looked on, YouTube, and there are so many people doing these, let's look at my DNA results and all that stuff. And it's like, folks, are you actually paying people to take away your one last freedom? Now, I'm sure you could tell people, like, I'm sure people will say, well, they take blood at the hospital all the time. Yeah, but those are usually for medical tests. You don't know these people. These aren't your doctors. These are geneticists. Okay? Do I need to say more? Like, I hate to sound really tinfoil hat, but what happens? Like, I mean, look at our healthcare, not our healthcare system, but look at our general health as a species right now. In North America, we're some of the sickest people on the face of the earth and getting sicker by the moment. Of course, there's genetically modified food. There's food-like products that we've been trained to live on. There is, oh my God, additives out the yin yang, pharmaceuticals for everything. So we are a very sick society. And when I was first sobering up, we talked about you're only as sick as your secrets. And secrets are something we don't keep in this house. Unless, of course, it's like Christmas, where it's nobody's business. But I mean, everything that goes on in this house is everybody's business. Okay? All it takes is one lie, and you're caught up in a web of a shitstorm of your own creation. So, but our society is sick, and it's full of secrets. It's full of, countries all over the world are banning genetic modification and banning glyphosate, which is the common, the ingredient in Roundup. All over the world they're banning this stuff. And, oh, by the way, stop picking on Monsanto. They've been bought by Bayer. Big deal. Same shit, different day. Only now they've got the big sunshiny happy face aspirin to back them up, because Bayer is supposedly one of those companies that we trust our health to. Do you really? Do you really? We've got, they won't label the crap that they're putting into us. They put names on them so long. They're disguising ingredients under natural flavors or vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. Really, folks? Can we not expand that to know whether we are eating genetically modified soybean oil or whether we're having cold pressed sunflower oil? There's a huge difference. So getting back to this genetic thing. So we're a really ill society. Our bodies are run on additives and pharmaceuticals and chemicals. And now they want you to volunteer your genetics. Now, yes, a doctor will take your blood and run it for tests, but they don't keep that information. Not that I'm aware of. And if they do, they only keep the results about what they were specifically looking for. And they are cloaked under this doctor-patient confidentiality thing. Not so 23andMe, not so Ancestry DNA. So let me get this straight, you guys. Not you guys, the Ancestry people and the 23andMe people. You want me to give you $129 and you're going to send me a kit so I can swab my mouth and send it back to you for your 500 geneticists or whatever. Let's go to the website for Ancestry. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bob's your uncle. Here we go. So this, for starters, isn't this guy creepy? He's creepy. He looks like something from outer space. And it says, discover the family story your DNA can tell. Uncover your ethnic mix. Discover distant relatives. How the hell are you going to discover distant relatives from your blood? And find new details about your unique family history with Ancestry DNA, only $129. Look, and what they give you is 38% Europe West, 24% Scandinavia, 16% Ireland, and 11% Greece. So what is that supposed to tell you about your family, except maybe where... Come on, we live in North America, folks. Unless you're indigenous and straight bloodline indigenous all the way down, you're not from here anyway. So of course. Okay, so Ancestry DNA, the world's largest consumer DNA database. Order your kit, return a small saliva sample. Your DNA will be analyzed at more than 700. Get this. Your DNA will be analyzed at more than 700,000 genetic markers. Within 6 to 8 weeks, expect an email with a link to your online results. And again, it says, uncover your ethnic mix. Who cares? When your results arrive, you'll see a breakdown of your ethnicity, folks. And it may contain a few surprises. Then you can start learning more about the places where your family story began. This feels a little too much like that one drop rule that they used to have back in the days after slavery. They used to have this thing where if you had one drop of African American blood, then you were considered African American. And this feels like that. It feels insidious. You're sending your DNA you're paying somebody to send your DNA through the mail and have all your genetic markers, all 700,000 of them, looked at so you can find out how many bloodlines you have. Folks, isn't that what our elders are for? Now, I actually, and this insidious part of this, folks, is that I actually considered it. Because somewhere on my mother's side of the family, I have indigenous blood. And the rest comes from England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all out there. So what do I need to know for? Well, the thing is I would like to. I would like to see exactly how much, indigenous blood is in me. However, there's a problem, okay? What if somewhere along the line I have no indigenous blood? Now, you folks may not see it in me, but I have. It is a big part of my life. You know, I I smudge. I honor, the spirit. I honor God as the great spirit, and I honor, all the other things that go along with it. The listening to the trees and stuff like that. What if my DNA comes back and I have no indigenous blood? How is that going to affect about how I feel about me? So you see all these commercials and all these excited side effects. What if you're not getting the answers you want? And they say, well, it's not in place of medical records or medical advice. So why the big push for everybody to check their DNA? This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, you know what, folks? If enough people do it voluntarily, they may just make it mandatory. Did you ever think about that? Take care. God bless.